Capricorn. I thought this was going to be a relationship reading, but I don't think it is. I'm still going to do that, but I'm getting Capricorn crypto Capricorn. So I don't know if we're talking like cryptocurrency or like cryptozoology. So I'm excited about what this is about. Oh. You know what? Okay, you're gonna... Oh. Is this about love after all? It is! Why? Did I feel like this was so much not a love reading? Maybe there's so much going on in real life with what you're dealing with, maybe your finances or your boss, what you're going through at work, and meanwhile you're in love. Meanwhile you're falling in love. It's like subconsciously your mind is trying to hide that from you because it can't be right now, because what's with the crypto? It's like a crypto's tanking or something. And so I'm using Light and Shadow deck, and I'm gonna pull from Golden Girls deck an Untamed Elemental here. Do you know you're in love? Is this 7 of them? You know that you like your financial independence. You know that you've been working hard and you've been very persistent about having a nice life for yourself. A cushy, comfortable, safe, Wait a minute. Is it that you decided in the past, maybe, and no judgment either, but this could be reversed if you're dealing with a Capricorn, decided in the past already that being in a relationship means that you don't have financial independence, that you can't build your empire. Like, you can't build your empire and be in a relationship. And that is incorrect. That's not a correct assessment. But what's with that? It's like you're hiding this from yourself. You see, why do you see love as the devil? You see love and relationship as a ball and a chain, something to fight off, something to keep an eye out. You can't fall in love. You're gonna keep an eye out for falling in love, and if that happens, you are gonna make sure that you're focused on money or focused on work or caught up in drama that doesn't even have anything to do with anything. You don't want to make a decision when it comes to love, romance, and partnership. I'm guessing that you might be someone that likes to have a lot of options just in general with love. You don't like being tied down. You don't, oh my god. You think... How do you work through this incorrect assessment that you cannot have a loving relationship and stay in control and build the life you want and have financial wealth and abundance? It's like you see partnership as draining emotionally, as draining financially, but you're falling in love. So it's creating like a schism in your head, and it's making you go extra hard on focusing on your money and your finances right now. And if it is crypto, am I getting there? Is this about cryptocurrency? Can I get that out of the way? You know what? This is you trying to focus on everything but your emotions right now because you don't want to admit that you've fallen in love. Because to you, falling in love and marriage means prison. It means emotional prison. It means draining finances. I don't know if did you just date all the wrong people, or does this go way back to your parents? Yeah, you chose to be alone. You had to be alone because if you're financially wealthy, people will use you. People will do the most for years and years and years to get in, to get what's yours, to make your life a part of their life so they can come up. I think whoever you are, you're not dumb, you're smart, and you keep people at arm's length. But oh my God, you're gonna fall in love. Please don't hate me for this, but you're gonna fall in love, and it's gonna be something that you can't ignore. It's like you're hiding it from yourself. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're hurting yourself. It's a part of your health and vigor. It's not gonna... Hold on. Who is this person that you're falling in love with? They could be a Sagittarius. They could be... have you met them yet? They could be... Oh, wow. The Emperor twice. They could be someone who is in a position of authority. Maybe an older air sign. How does this line up? Let me look at this. I think you're both guarded. I think you both have a whole bunch in common here when it comes to, no, I'm not dealing with love. No way. As far as, I don't know why the cryptocurrency thing it came up. Okay, let me pull on that. Yeah. For the last 2 years, there have been readings come up for earth signs as far as finances go that were kind of warning against investing it all, putting all your eggs in one basket when it comes to cryptocurrency. I got a lot of messages that were along the lines of, as far as financial investments go, don't do anything your grandpa wouldn't do. Like, don't make any investments your grandpa wouldn't. These are for people who had grandpa's paternal influence who have built up wealth in the past. So you probably came from, if this is you probably came from a wealthy family. So of course you're guarded. Of course you are. And this person's guarded, but for different reasons. But yeah, it was like, don't follow the trends with crypto that your friends are. If you're like, I only care about money right now, what do I invest in? It's the same message, you know? Don't invest in anything that your grandpa wouldn't go along with. Understand, it's the natural resources. It's what's already established as financially fruitful. Okay, we got that out of the way. Now let's talk about your love life. Because what to do here? What to do is the King of Cups. So this is talking about not wearing your heart on your sleeve necessarily in this time where it could be... Hold on, let me pull 2 more cards here. What's up with the economy? Why am I talking about that again? Getting away from heartbreak. Gosh, okay. So it could be that something's tanking. Stock market, crypto tanking, and it's something you see coming. It's something that you can plan for. And It's gonna, I don't know. It's something that breaks your heart, though. Something financially that breaks your heart. I'm sorry. I don't have hardly any earth in my chart. So it's kind of a, I have to say a little extra prayer when I do Capricorn. You know, I don't necessarily understand how that works, but whoever you, oh God. Are you are you taking a financial hit, making a break from an institution, a family, or a relationship? So it's like you fall in love while you're still getting out of a relationship or still trying to heal the heartbreak from a relationship. But there's also this issue with the economy tanking, and that breaks your heart. So it could be that a financial institution that you were relying on for funding is going to pull back their funding or pull back their grants, their loans in response to this economic shift or downturn that suddenly comes in. And there it is again, Two of Wands, Two of Swords. I wouldn't rely on anything the powers that be say either. This is the strangest combination reading of love and finances I've ever seen. And like I said, comment below if it resonates, because I feel like I'm in outer space right now talking about earth sign stuff. But this is saying that you aren't necessarily going to believe what the Economist prints either. You're going to follow your gut when it comes to walking away from an institution or a fraternity or a bank, even though it breaks your heart. Maybe you see that the leadership isn't what it used to be. Maybe if this isn't so serious, you have to switch banks or something. If they're trying to encourage everyone to get on crypto, that's kind of a warning sign for me. Not like I know anything about finances, but if all of a sudden something was being pushed on me and I felt like it was almost non-consensual, and it feels like the exact opposite of freedom and liberty and what it stands for. It's like something, you wanting to do something meaningful with your money. Something happens in the economy, it tanks, it kind of breaks your heart because maybe you lose finances. You lose finances, and someone that you thought was devoted to you walks away because you're not as wealthy anymore. Or if you walk away from a wealthy family because of just being on the fence with who they are and what they stand for, and you find out who your real friends are, you don't know what your options are as far as moving forward if you've been devoted time, money, space, and energy to this corporation or this business, and all of a sudden your life is changing, and a lot of the people that you thought would be there for you are just not there for you. You know, like you thought you were all in it together, and maybe you get fired. I hate that for you, but I love that for you because it leads to the love of your life, and it leads to actual fulfillment, wholeness, and holistic health for yourself while you're able to indulge in a new love that's going to make you feel excited to love again. It won't feel like prison. And this person might be the only one that is there for you in a financial downturn. So if we don't want to like freak anybody out here. You don't want to freak anybody out here. Maybe you are into finances. Maybe you're into crypto and you see something coming. In which case, what do? Oh. So if there's a financial downturn, you find out who your real friends are, and you thank God for that difficult lesson. It may break your heart. You may have to physically move. But whoever you are, you could start from the ground up and be okay. Whoever you are, you've already maybe even established a dynasty yourself where it's this point in your story that you break away from the herd or the family tree to start your own with the death and the strength. And it might take courage to say, okay, I am my own emperor now. I build my own world. I create my own health. I make my own rules and I enforce them. I create these boundaries that protect what I've built. I say goodbye to what has ended. I say no to loops, to repeating the same story, to repeating the same cycle. I refuse to let it hurt me if the economy tanks. It's exhaust and fatigue and then love and strength and this influence on each other that builds each other up. There's this kind of down-to-earth, capable, motherly, loving energy that is going to be there for you at the end of standing strong and not letting this financial loss get the best of you, or seeing who your real friends are when you take a hit financially, or, sorry to say it, but get fired. And it's all like, if that happens, if out of nowhere your boss says, sorry, the company's failing and we have to let people go this week, and you never thought it was you, and you were the one that gave them all this guidance, something like that, you're not going to fight back. You're not going to fight for your position. You're going to walk away with grace and dignity and let it end, because this is the beginning of a beautiful chapter in your life where you don't have to listen to people who have more authority in their minds over you than they actually do in real life. Has everything to do with that. All right, so you might feel anxious about love, but it won't feel bad. It'll feel exciting. It will make you feel powerful and vibrant and excited. And it will inspire you to inspire each other. You'll get out of this feeling of, gosh, I don't know what to do. I'm worried about money. It's like it comes back to the beginning where, oh God, Judgment and the High Priestess. You are going to be okay. And you can't force other people to pay attention to what's right in front of their face. Whoever you are, you see what is in front of you. You see the writing on the wall before it appears, even to the public. Maybe if we're talking about finances here. So it's like you are going to follow your intuition this week. And if your intuition guides you away from a town, a corporation, or even an industry, it's like that's your fate. You refuse to repeat the same cycle, so it will feel like you have the option to repeat the same cycle or not, and you will move forward with grace and dignity through this heartbreak or financial loss, because at the end of that is one hell of a power couple that you're going to be a part of, where you build each other up. You are ride or die. They're not with you for your money because they can create their own wealth. It's like they'll nurture you and you'll protect them, or vice versa here. But there's discipline, there's authority, and there's health, strength, and financial wealth at the other side of maybe moving away after finding out that maybe financial authorities weren't who they say they were, or that it's just a reminder that financially You have a sixth sense, and you need to follow your intuition when it comes to anything that has to do with trends in crypto. And like I said, I know nothing about this stuff, so please comment below if any of this makes sense. But do not fear connection. Don't fear that what happened to you before will happen to you again, because this is a brand new person. This is you in a relationship as an enlightened, grounded, perceptive person. There's no pages here. There's no knights here. This is a king and a queen and the emperor twice. This is endless potential for financial gain, abundance, health, wealth, and prosperity. You leave something for the next generation. You build together. You know, the sum is greater than its parts here. So what do you do starting today? What to do, what not to do? Oh, that came out again. Sky gaze. Give yourself 10 minutes a day that is only for yourself and your inner poet, okay? Your inner romantic partner that you know is still in there somewhere, that you just had to build up boundaries around because you were hurt so badly. Lied to, used, and even abused. What not to do. You don't need to tell anybody what you're doing. It's not anybody's business what you want, who you love, what you're interested in. You're going to find a lot of people that want to be up in your business this week, and you are going to block it all out. You don't owe anyone an explanation. If no one else has been paying attention to finances, that is not your problem. What you're going to pay attention to is your own heart, your intuition, and your ability to be practical and realistic, even if you hate change and you already had everything planned out. Yeah, you're going to be able to move forward with grace and dignity and clear out completely any blockages that you didn't even really associate with this industry, business, company, sorority, that sort of thing. You might have, I don't know how to say that, I'm just going to say, you might have taken on a lot of shit that wasn't yours to take on. And you'll start shedding anxiety like you've been carrying around bricks in your backpack, and you just put the backpack down. You burn a lot of sage. You stay prayed up in whatever way that makes you feel comfortable. If it's yoga, perfect. If it's playing a musical instrument in your time off, perfect. But it has to be just for you. Something that does not have a dollar sign attached to it. Something you don't have to sell. Because whoever you are, I think you've had to kind of earn your keep. Maybe at home or in society. And you are transcending beyond that. You're expanding beyond that box. It can't hold you anymore. But it'll try to hold on to you. So you might have to be the one to take the steps to move away with grace and dignity, even through heartbreak or financial loss. You'll be okay. And you have a soulmate waiting for you at the other end. And they could be an earth sign too, or have Scorpio in their chart. So look forward to this summer. Spring might be rough. It might come in like a lion, but it'll go out like a lamb, okay? So don't try to be perfect. You don't owe anybody an explanation. If you're starting to fall in love, keep it to yourself. That inner romantic needs to be protected right now, no matter what. Even if you're exhausted, if you're feeling fatigue or anxious, like I was saying, the further away you get from this, you'll realize that all your anxiety had to do with fake friends or false people who promise support and then would never come through. So, you're going to be doing something very meaningful with someone that you fall deeply in love with, who's fallen deeply in love with you, who loves you for you. Whether you're on the street or in a castle, they're going to be right there with you no matter what. But you don't need to tell anybody that. So be strategic, be quiet, keep to yourself. If people are nosy, that's not your problem. You make the boundaries here. You keep them up. You build a moat around yourself and you put some alligators in it just for the time being. So this is happiness and alignment and wholeness after a brief period of loss or crisis or feeling defeated or a loss of a job. It is for the best. It'll feel like exhaustion at first, but there's freedom at the other end there. So hang in there, okay? Capricorn, if this has made any sense to you, please comment below because I'm lost. But I love you guys and I'll see you for the next one, okay? Bye-bye.